At Clear Robotics, we basically make self-driving electric boats, and they go around and do dull, dirty, and dangerous jobs, things like garbage collection, seabed surveys, all without creating any emissions and without putting humans in dangerous places. From a young age, I've been really passionate about robotics. I grew up in India and my parents work at a factory, so I actually got to go to a factory a lot. And I see how humans in dangerous places can get injured. I really believe that robotics has the ability to change the way we do things. So today, a lot of how humans work, we put humans into places where it's fundamentally dangerous, or places where even if it's not dangerous, it's very dull work. So the story of how we started this company is a bit weird. We were a bunch of students at the University of Hong Kong. And as we were graduating, we actually organized a project so that the university would fund us to do a project abroad. We went to Bali almost looking for a problem to solve. We started to see the huge amount of waste in the water. And so we came up with this idea of building a robot to clean it up. And so we actually worked and built this very scrappy prototype with aluminum bars and toy helicopters over there. And we realized that the shipping industry is struggling with trying to move to greener solutions, struggling with pollution. And that's when we decided, we saw the pain point in the industry. So we saw a sustainable business and we saw the environmental problem. We decided to do this full time. So our mainstay product today is a vessel called ClearBot. And basically ClearBot is a pollution management boat. It's solar charged, it's electric, and it basically goes out and collects garbage, oil, algae, any kind of pollutant from the water. You can operate it from anywhere in the world at the press of a button. So traditionally, marine cleanup or pollution management is done with petrol and diesel powered boats and a lot of manpower. So it's not scalable and it's actually damaging to the environment. But with our solution, it's emission free, it's effortless, and hopefully it's the future of how things are done. So we are today in 7 locations in India. We even have boats in Hong Kong and also now in Thailand and expanding to Singapore. Growing up, especially in India, you see a lot of dirty water and you really see firsthand the scale of the problem. So when we did start this business, I think a big motivation for us was to actually go back and solve the issues that we knew existed. I feel really, really great about the fact that we have a solution that is able to go back and make a difference. And I think actually the best way of saying it is I go back and my parents are really proud to see that both for me and my co-founder that we're coming back home and creating that impact. Our vision is to be the largest unmanned boat and ship operator in the world. If you go and see a ClearBot cleaning a river or a lake somewhere in the world, it should be completely normal to you. Through the Pier 71 SmartPort Challenge, we've actually done a number of really, really cool things. One of my most memorable events was actually a sea tour. This vessel had all the maritime experts on board. So if you had a question, the best person in the city to answer it was already on that ship, right? So it was a very exciting sort of experience. And overall, I think the program helped us connect to more or less all the clients that we're looking at today, a number of investors who we are having late-stage conversations with. In our experience of the business, we've never moved so quickly in 3 months. For anyone considering to join the SmartPort Challenge, definitely, it's one of the best programs that we have ever done because you'll get an outsized return in terms of connections to clients, connections to investors, and you'll get a real place to build your business out of if you're serious about Southeast Asia and Singapore.